WebView. Hello everyone. Now we get to the video about WebView. So let's have a little chat about it. WebView is used to show internet sites in Android applications. So you can use WebView to show an internet site in your application. I'm sure you're very familiar with that, so let's go to Android Studio and see how you build it in practice. So using WebView is really very easy. So I have a project here, and I will just add WebView to my project. It happens to be under the widget section. So I'll just drag it and drop it under relative layout. Layout width and height of the WebView can stay as match parent. And I'll define this WebView in the main activity.java file. I'll just write here WebView. And inside the onCreate method, of course, I do need to give an ID to this WebView. ID can be web. So WebView equals find view by ID r.id.web. And now that's done, I will give a URL to this WebView to load the internet site. And I'll just write here webview.load URL and internet address. I want to load Google into this project for now. But if I leave it like this, it will open this site in an external explorer. Okay, so that's why I'm going to need to add this code. WebView.set WebView client new WebView client. So now after this code is in, it will open this internet site inside of the application. So let's run it and see. So the application is open, but the website is not loaded. Now, well, that's because if an application wants to connect to the internet within the device, it needs to ask for permission. So you can't connect to an internet site using a person's device without that permission. I think we talked about that before. Why don't you go back and have a look at the permissions video if that doesn't make sense. So where do we get the permission? Let's get it from the manifest file. So I will write in the manifest file, uses permission. And then after that, it shows me the permissions. And one of the permissions is internet. So then I can take the internet connection permission from the user, and the second one is Wi-Fi state. And I'll need to get the user permission to use its Wi-Fi connection. And the user will see these permissions when downloading the application. And of course, say yes. And let's run it again. So again, it's not working. Do you know why? I mean, I know why it's not working, but I just want to show this to you. So after Android 9, this is the problem that you get. So I'm not going to tell you too many details about this, but you should just know that if you see this error, you need to add this code line into the application section in the manifest file. So I'll write this, you know what, I think I wrote this code before. And then so after that, I can just run my application with all the peace of mind that I can muster. And sure enough, it's working. So now I can connect to Google in my application, and I can basically go to any internet site from here. And I can search for something in here. But when I click the back button, it won't go back. It closes the application. So here's a problem we need to solve. And I can do that in the main activity file. Yeah, so there is a method. Its name is onBackPress method. So this method controls the back button on the device. And I will write in this method if WebView dot can go back, WebView dot go back. Else, apply backpress method. So let's run it again with that added. Okay, so Google is opened, and I'll write Android to search. Okay, so it searched. And when I press the back button, it goes back to the previous site until the previous site history is finished. And then after it finishes the previous site, it closes the application. So this is basically how we use WebView within Android applications. I hope this is useful for you because you can include it in the applications that you will construct, develop, and deploy. I will see you in the next video. We've got some great stuff in store now that you know some basics.